are promoting twerking all over the place. Think about Miley Cyrus. Think about the fat girl. What's the fat woman's name? What's that fat lady's name that be twerking and shit, man? What's that big lady's name? The BBW, man. The crazy. I don't even want to call her a BBW. She Lizzo. She be twerking and doing all of that shit, right? Think about it. They're literally putting that out there because they know what the fuck is going on. They know what they doing. They know what they doing, y'all. Like we sitting here watching them. Literally, it's not over-sexualize us. They're using sex as a weapon against us. So they got all these celebrities out there doing this shit. They got it's in all the movies. They have teenagers doing it in the movies. Now they got little 10-year-olds kissing boys and kissing other girls. Kissing, like, listen, look at the unnatural shit that they're actually using as a weapon. It's like they're getting down to the bottom. Like, listen, it's like they're getting down to crunch time. And they can't do anything, so they're bringing out all of the motherfucking tools and punches. But we can definitely see you got Megan Thee Stallion still out here twerking. You're a millionaire, supposed to be. Why are you presenting yourself in a motherfucking raunchy ass, ratchet ass, goddamn, view of the people? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? I mean, if you have $1 million, how many women in here if you had $1 million, would you get out there and start twerking? Would you get out there and start over-sexualizing? Would you get out there and start doing that? You see, you got $1 million. You living in a mansion. You driving big boy cars. You raising your family. Would you get out there and do that? Because she has no choice. Overlord, shout out to you. Because they are actually pushing this through her, and they pay her. This is what they talking about, selling your soul, selling your positivity, selling your natural energy. This is what they talking about. You right, she don't got no choice. She gotta do this shit. But y'all some smart motherfuckers, boy. Y'all some smart motherfuckers over here. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all smart as hell. So you know these motherfuckers is creating an agenda. And I'm breaking this shit down to y'all so that you will be able to know what the fuck they doing. So let's rewind this shit. Sexual intercourse is normal and a natural and is a source of pleasure and a source of reproduction. But a person can make himself or herself a slave to sex by allowing it to become an obsession. Then the mind degenerates to an animal level. Notice that the Caucasian encourages Negroes, their captives, to overindulge in sex because Caucasians know that unnecessary sex activates and more burdensome to those in captivity than those that are free. Because those in captivity have no scapegoat, but themselves to transfer their pains to. In the Caucasian's case, he and she have their own captive, the Negro, to put their shortcomings and pain upon. Hence, Caucasians beat and brutalize Negroes in the streets and in jail cells and behind prison walls, and whenever and wherever they feel they need a goat to bear the cross or pains of their suffering. We're dealing with that goat. They call us the scapegoat. You feel me? They calling us the scapegoat. Crazy. Let's get into it. Another adverse result of sex is too many children. Ooh. Let's wake it up. What happens if you can afford only 3 children but you have 6? The answer is you must become dependent on someone to help you, and this keeps you in a form of mental and physical servitude, or your family goes destitute of sufficient food, clothing, shelter, and education with no relief in sight. And this kills the hopes of raising to greater heights in life. Then the family usually pines away in ignorance, idleness, and uselessness to self and own kind. What our black scientists are trying to make clear in this topic is this. In the normal course of nature, sexual urges will arise in male and female. We all know that. And it is natural for us to satisfy these urges, but unnatural for us to create these urges with alcohol drinks, excessive thoughts on sex, and following other Caucasians' means of letting sex rule us instead of our minds of reason. And we can talk about sex, and we can, be sexy with each other, be intimate with each other mentally, but we cannot let it rule our minds. And it's ruling a lot of people's minds out here. That's why a lot of these men are addicted to porn. A lot of these women are starting to get addicted to porn. You hear Shine talk about porn, and I'm like, yo, that's horrible for a woman to sit there and be watching porn to me. You understand? I don't really want a woman to sit there watching porn. That don't make sense to me. Like, I don't want to, you, Shine, you was talking about porn the other day. It was a turn-off to me. I just didn't respond to it or say anything. I think it's really nasty for a woman to be sitting there looking at that shit and taking those images into her head. That's not feminine. I'm just saying. You might be mad at me because of it, but hey, I'm just telling you the truth. You should, if you're doing something, you should never tell everybody what you're doing because you got to think about it. Why would a woman be sitting there watching porn? Explain it to me. Why? Why? Why would a woman be watching porn? Like, what would be the reason? Sometimes you women are way too open. Keep your hands off of her. If I gotta tell you again, it's gonna be a problem. Stop touching her. Let her be, okay? She's a baby. She shouldn't be whining. Just let her be, please, okay? Please, babe, please. Just stop touching her. You don't need to touch her. Y'all gotta bear with me. I gotta raise my babies and also be on here doing what I'm doing with y'all. So I swear I thought them watching it was weird, like their energy so high. They don't need it like we do. Facts, bro. Facts. So let's get into it, all right? The increasing knowledge for us black people makes our minds the ruler over all activities, including sex. And that makes our road to liberation. Come on. What? Because you already ate that. You already ate a piece there. Oh.